Okay, so we're gonna do a voiceover this time for this video. Unfortunately, Windows 10 has done an update and has reset my microphone settings in OBS, which I did not pay attention. So this is actually an eBay purchase. So this is a HP ProBook 640 G2. We got it for $50 plus $22 shipping. It's a bargain laptop, and apparently it turns on and nothing happens. And we run out of laptops to sell, so now I'm buying back in the market, buying more used laptops with potential problems that are easy to be fixed, maybe not. So the seller seems genuine, and it's a business model. Not many things that can go wrong with the business model, but so we'll have a look, see if we can repair this unit. Okay, so connect the charger. We're using a low amp charger, which was a mistake, but we can see the charging light come on shortly. Forgot to push in the power cable. Okay, so now we have a charging indicator, which is nice. There we go. Orange light. And it did turn on, if I remember. Yeah, it did turn on, but nothing happened. And screws were all missing already, so it's just a matter of removing the cover and having a look. With the ProBooks, you can use a USB utility to boot from and automatically install the latest BIOS update, which is what I was hoping to do with this. And having a look, there's no screws to undo, it's already removed. Okay, so in this model the bottom cover comes off. Just like that. We can see the batteries there. Optical drive does it have optical? Yeah, it does got an optical drive. It takes an SSD as well. It's got a 4G or 3G module as well. No RAM. It takes a DDR4. I ended up putting an 8 gig DDR4. Fan spins, and a missing hard drive bay, which is fine. We can either put a SSD there, 2280. I'm not sure if it's NVMe though. And it also takes SATA 2.5 inch, which is great, 3-in-1. Okay. So, just checking the type of RAM this will need. It was a DDR4. Okay, so I did get a 4 gig RAM, but later on I replaced with a crucial 8 gigabyte DDR4. So I decided to put a 256 gig SSD plus the 4 gigabyte RAM for now, so we can continue our investigations. So now started to power it on, and this time I don't get any beeping sound. I did get beeping sound before, which was indicating no RAM. Now turning on the unit, turns on, and I automatically assumed it may need a BIOS update, which actually it did not. I didn't press the caps lock key here to check. And I thought maybe Intel ME region may be needing cleaning, something more technical, which is a bad assumption to make. Okay. Actually, I did connect a USB keyboard. Yeah, I did before the update of the BIOS. Yeah. And it didn't work. So that led me to actually flash the BIOS, in which it actually fixed the problem. Now I reviewed the video of not starting up. But there was one other problem. It was a major one too. So I went and brought its cousin. This is a similar model. This is an Elite book. And so I went to HP website, download the BIOS, make a USB recovery USB, and hold the Windows B to boot the other computer in recovery mode with the USB plugged in, and attempt to do a recovery. So you can see the process here while I go into HP website, type in the serial number of the unit. And also I noticed that this model has a problem with the battery. It has been recalled internationally, and the program has been extended. And later on in the video you will see me checking the battery model number, the actual serial number, and it came out clean, meaning this model is affected but the battery I have inside is not, so I don't need to go through the recall program. That's great. And because of that battery issue in the latest BIOS update, which permanently disables the charging facility of the battery, so you can't use it, I reverted to using an older version of BIOS, because I don't want a dead laptop in my hands until it gets repaired, then sell it, etc. I need to sell it ASAP, can't keep old stock. So here is what I realized about the battery recall, and I decided to, based on this judgment, decided to flash an older version of the BIOS, which doesn't have the battery recall feature. Okay, so here is where we attempt to flash. Now, put the USB in, make sure computer is off, and hold the Windows and B together. Made a mistake here, as you can see I turned on the power button first, which is stupid. So you should actually have it turned off, hold the Windows B and then turn it on. Now I'm googling on the HP website. Okay. Okay, so Windows B for Bob. And I did hear the fan spinning loudly, if I remember. Anyway, so the point is you turn the computer off, hold Windows B, press the power button, wait a couple of seconds, you should hear the fan start to kick in loud, then you know it's programming, and you just have to wait. Now in my case, I discovered it a little bit later on. I won't tell you yet. Let's watch. I was waiting for something to come on the screen, you know, like a CMOS reset, etc., but nothing. So I decided to bring the keyboard, and I can see caps lock, num lock, etc. lights are coming on. So the computer is actually on. So the problem, second problem I faced is there's no screen, internal screen. So down the road I decided to plug in an external monitor, and started to show the external screen if it's trying to boot into something when there is nothing to boot from. So we should see that now. it took me a while to actually figure out maybe connect external screen. So about nearly 5 minutes later, here we go, and we should see something now. Maybe turn off the unit, turn it back on. And voila. So we get external screen working, but no internal screen. So pressing keyboard combinations on the keys, such as function and F4, etc., nothing did bring the screen back. So how did we fix that? So two possibilities. Maybe backlight is gone, screen picture is there, or LCD is faulty, or LVDS cable faulty, or some other issue with the cable or connector. So let's dig in shortly, see if we can fix that. I did decide to install Windows 10 in this mode as is, so boot from a USB, F9, choose our hard drive and install Windows 10. And the SSD that I put in is pulled from a MacBook, which had a GPT file system with EFI file system. So I'll show you how you can very quickly clean a hard drive using disk part utility inside Windows 10. So you can see that here. This is not fast forwarded, this is how fast it actually loaded from the USB, which is nice. It's actually a USB SSD. And installation only takes about 10 minutes or less. So hold Shift F10 on the keyboard, that will bring the command line. There we go. Disk part, list disk, select the right disk, and then type in clear. It will wipe everything on it. And that's it. Exit, exit, you're done. So do a custom installation, hard drive is blank, click on next, away we go. Anyway, we'll come back to this shortly. Now we can see Windows 10 all running, but still no screen. Let's have a look at this issue. This is a hardware issue, so it is not a graphic card, a driver, etc. Using a flashlight tool, I can't see. I'm looking for actually any text, images, or any white text or anything I can make a differentiate whether the screen is working or not, and I don't see anything. No mouse, no edges, lines or anything. So I decide that it's either a screen problem. I don't think it's a backlight issue. If it was, I will see some text. So let's shut the computer down and have a look at this issue further. So obviously I decided to look at the LVDS connector. I will readjust this camera shortly so you can see what I mean. It's easily accessible, which is nice. You don't need to disassemble the unit. So I just pulled it out, pulled it back in, the LVDS connector, and it had some sort of a weird effect on the screen, you can see. You see that flickering? Weird behavior. That's fine. I've seen similar issue before, especially that Dell that I worked on recently. So this was a good sign in a way that it's going to be a simple problem, matter of cleaning these areas, even though they look good. So I used two solutions. One is alcohol. I used alcohol on the cable itself, pure alcohol, and I used a contact cleaner on the PCB board itself. No idea why, but I had it. You can use anything you like. Give it a nice clean. That's the cable from the screen. So give it a nice clean with the brush and alcohol. Someone on YouTube commented, why am I using water or liquid? It is alcohol, so it's non-conductive. It's okay for this purpose, and ideally you want to dry it out. Okay, they look shiny. And next we'll clean the board connector itself. I'm looking for any damages or clip problems, etc. So it's all visual work here. And everything looked good. I even checked each pin with a tweezer. Maybe I thought something's not making good contact. There's a piece of hair there. Not sure where it's from. Anyway. Clean it all, put it all back, and everything worked fine. Let's see. Okay, cleaning is done. Let's pray. All in all, the entire problem of this computer was two things. One is the BIOS needed flashing, and secondly, the screen connector needed to be cleaned. That's all. And here I think I was talking about the cost completely. What I would normally sell it for, about $350, $400, same model. It cost me 70 something to buy it, plus the RAM memory module, 8 GB DDR4 that I had to put in. It's about $69, and a 256 GB SSD, around $55, $59. And add on top of that a $30 charger because it came with none of those. So putting them all together, it's roughly around $223. So that's fine for this model. 6th generation CPU, 8 gig, 256 gig SSD, everything's working well, and it is a full HD model. So it's happy days. And this will go to a client probably soon, or we'll leave it on the market until it gets sold, whichever way. There will be profit in this transaction. So that's it, and later on you will see me checking the serial number of this battery, and it shows out that it's not under a recall, which is nice. So thanks for watching, enjoy the rest of the video, see you in the next one. Wow, I can't believe the microphone was not working. Windows Update had done an update which reset the OBS settings. Just a piece of crap. Anyway, let's go ahead and install these updates, except the battery manager. I don't want any issues for now. So let's have a look at that battery recall. And see if this particular product is affected. So this checks if your battery is genuine or not. No recall, battery detected. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So that's good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Great. I think that's about it for this video. I'll just do the basic installations and whatnot and just go from there. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.